Titled coworker wants to bring her 3 children to our party and demands that I lock my cats and that I wipe the whole house off cat hair because she is allergic. My workplace is brimming with lights and ideas of who should hold a Christmas party this year. Since it is a small company, one small house would be enough. I happen to have a pool in my backyard and just invested in a barbecue. They all asked me if I could hold a party this year and I said yes with 2 conditions. First, this will be adult-only party, and second, we will have barbecue with prawns and other normal barbecue stuff. Meats are always welcome. Everyone agreed, and some just asked if I could cook the prawns separately since they are allergic. No problem. I am more than happy to assist with that to make sure no one would go to the hospital. One coworker just came back from maternity leave last week after 6 months, and she was very adamant about coming to the party. She sent an email to all of us asking if she could bring her 3 children with her to the party, and one reply with the old email stating my conditions to host. She was not happy, to say the least. In the last few days, she has been talking to others including the boss, and persuading them to speak to me, and they did. My boss asked me to be flexible, and because she just came back we should not cut her out like that. She was there while we talked and asked me to baby-proof the house because her oldest child is suffering from some type of illness that he cannot sit still, and also she is allergic to cats, so I should wipe the whole house of cat hair and lock them outside until the party is done. According to her, if each of us pays some attention to the children, there would be no problem. The youngest will stay by her side. I straight up said no, I would not baby-proof the house, and I would never lock my cats outside for any reason. I told her and the boss that she should not join the party since there would be alcohol and hot barbecue, and the pool would be dangerous to children without supervision. I made it clear that I agreed to hold the party because everyone agreed with my terms. If anyone is unhappy with that, they are more than welcome to hold the party at their place, and I will not complain. She stormed out of the boss's office with tears in her eyes. Some people told me to keep the office peaceful by just going along with her demands only for a few hours. I refused. I really don't care if anyone decided to not show up that day. If there are fewer people, then more alcohol for me, no biggie. Now, my boss decided to reevaluate the situation and sent an email asking if anyone else volunteered to hold the party. I was not included in that email. I found out through a work friend. I did not say anything and ignored it. People have been replying by email to each other without me, and no solution. Yesterday, she came in with her baby and tried to show me. I don't like any type of kid, so I asked her to leave my table and continue to work. She took offenses and left for the whole day, and her workload fell back on us since we all thought she would come back. But as of right now, she comes and goes as she pleases because there would always be something with the babies. People are telling me to stop being an and just give her what she wants because being a mother of 3 is no small job, and she deserves a break too. To be honest, I almost laughed out loud hearing that. Still, people insisted that I was the in this situation. Update, today we received this message from her. Good day. I think I should email you guys after church today to let you know about the current situation that we are all in. As you know, I have been asking to join the Christmas party, but some of you think it was a joke. I do want to come. I've been on leave for so long. Is it too much to ask for some free time to catch up with you guys? It is not very Christian of you not to help out a single mom. To avoid any further confusion, I will hold the company Christmas party at my house. It is not big and does not have a pool but will be a great honor to have you all at my place for the party. You all know that I am the mom of 3 beautiful angels. I am not in a position to spend a lot of funds on a party. I am asking all of you to find love in your hearts to help us with cleaning up our house before and after the party. Also, please bring your own dish to the party. We will all enjoy the variety of food from your country. We do have strict food guidelines to make sure my angels don't have bad experiences, so please, no seafood or junk food. We all want something that stems from loving hearts. They really love eggs and steak. And before you say anything, I do know someone is already up for host, but I do think it is very selfish of you to make it so hard for a single mom like me to attend. You don't know how hard it is to be a single mom at all. Before I last went into labor, I asked Lori to have a short praying time where you would pray to God for Sonny's health, and I knew some did not do that. I did not ask for much, just 10 short minutes, but some of you refused. I am so disappointed by the lack of hospitality we single moms should receive. You know my children will grow up and take care of you all in the future. They will work, and their tax money will come back to take care of you in the future. The younger generation lacks the moral compass to have children, and that responsibility falls on us. Mom, may God shine his love. Update, my coworker came to work at noon. She started by changing diapers right on her desk. The stench left us nauseous. Someone told her we had a bathroom with a baby changing stand, but she ignored the person. I decided to tell her about it, in case she did not notice. She told me a baby hater like me would not understand the joy of having babies and should not be fussy because it would be the closest for me to be near a baby. I told her about the diaper again and stated it was really hot. The air conditioner was on full blast. The smell spread through the office, and it was just unbearable. We decided to move to the canteen outside, and we can work remotely as long as there is an internet connection. When we came back about 2 hours later after receiving an email from our boss to go back to the office, she already cleaned up the mess, but of course, her eyes were filled with tears. My boss was standing next to her, patting her on the back. Boss started telling us she filed a formal complaint. She felt discriminated against and humiliated because everyone treated her like a disease or something. No one said a word but me. I informed the boss about the incident that forced us to leave the office. Boss still said we must understand the situation because she is a single mom. Instead of complaining, we should just help her clean up. I asked why we had to clean up after my colleague. My boss said this was a small company, and people should treat each other like family. I lost my word. She cried again in the background with the baby yelling in the carriage. Some said sorry to her. I did not. I just tried to get back to work. It quieted down for about 1 hour. Then I received an email that my boss would like to talk to me. When I walked in, She was already there. She then told me she would like to talk about the hostile working environment that I created a few weeks ago, because the party I was about to host discriminated against her and her children. I said everything was fine until she returned to work, and she seemed to have a party where everyone had to follow her children to ensure they were okay. The boss did not say a word. She asked me how I could talk about her angels with such a hateful tone, and finally, told me she was not inviting me to the party at her house. Boss proceeded to ask us to calm down and said no one approved the idea of going to her place, and my house was still the destination of the party. According to the email that I was not included, no one wanted her to hold the party. They acknowledged it was only a few weeks before the holiday, and venues were simply not up for grabs. The mom lost it. She decided it was a good time to tell me to go to hell, and told me someday she hoped the cats would eat my flesh because I would die in the house and no one knew. I told her that was not very Christian of her to wish death upon others. It was my bad since she unloaded a tirade of preaching words. I stood there, trying to hold my laugh. She left the room, picked up her kid, and left.